Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shatter. Hit like and subscribe. Well, I took a look at the Alien Romulus premiere this weekend at the theater, and wow, do I have a lot to break down. So let's go.
Is this really where you want to spend the rest of your life?
You know I don't.
Then this is our only ticket out of here.
Alien Romulus immediately gives me Alien Isolation thematic elements. I mean, heavily. It emphasizes a tense, claustrophobic atmosphere. It's got a setting that blends retro futuristic aesthetics. It's dimly lit, abandoned corridors. I mean, the horror factory fest for sure. Let's get to the lighting, man. The lighting, the eerie, dark, empty spaces, constant sense of dread, the oppressive environment. I mean, it directly influences the thematic direction of Alien Romulus for sure. The abandoned space station in Romulus um, likely draws from the visual and thematic blueprint from Isolation, enhancing the sense of the isolation and fear that comes from navigating that forgotten, decaying spacecraft. Um, the space station itself is a character in and of itself. These elements are key in the Alien franchise to maintaining the horror that we all know the franchise is known for. The setting in Alien Isolation uses a retro futuristic aesthetic that Alien Romulus borrows, and it feels both familiar and unsettling. The design of the new space station, with its outdated technology, flickering lights, the old computer systems, you can hear the hard drives ticking away. I mean, it's just really unnerving. Narrow, claustrophobic corridors, and just contributes to a feeling of entrapment and constant danger. I mean, fear. Um, the abandoned, decaying environment amplifies the sense of dread as you're moving along in the theme, which I think helps out the whole deal. Myself personally, um, I think, in my opinion, it actually helps build suspense and tension, um, and the sense of dread and loneliness mirrored only by isolation also has been borrowed real good in Romulus. So I'll give it a point for that for sure. The visuals themselves, they create a timeless atmosphere in this picture, blending the past and the future to evoke a sense of a place where time is stopped. The actual, if you look inside a abandoned building, it's an abandoned building. You see stuff on the floor. You can see old materials, um, different levels of disrepair. Um, this space station, you can tell something happened. You look on the floor. There's a hole in 6, 7 floors. The atmospheric processor is off. Gravity has been turned off and on. There's no air. There's some things wrong with this space station that you'll learn. That's going to be a big problem here. Yeah, just make sure you remember that while you're watching it. It'll build. Ridley Scott and Fede Alvarez. Ridley produced this one. Fede Alvarez came in as director. I think he did a great job. Alien Romulus has also borrowed heavily from James Cameron's uh, aspect of the aliens as well to enhance the new film. I think James Cameron has definitely taken a look at this film, and I think that Cameron, I would say, Cameron would be delighted that they use some of his stuff, I would say, as director to director. Ridley was the original creator of the series. Cameron came on later. So I think that he should give a directorial attaboy to what Ridley has done. Does he respect it? I don't know. There's some one-to-one scenes that I think were quite on the nose. Even some lines, even one-to-one scenes. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's a scene where it's almost like they're remaking Aliens. Um, and I don't know if that's to the credit of Ridley Scott or to the credit of James Cameron that they had to put it in there, but it's there. They borrowed heavily from James Cameron to enhance this film. The military aesthetics, you can kind of tell. The pulse rifle makes its return. Um, the intense action of the aliens versus Alien being just a horror show and just having one, the big chap, and versus aliens having multiple aliens, multiple face huggers. I think that they bring that over. The action brings over real good. The portrayal of the xenomorph as an overwhelming threat has been reintroduced, creating a bridge between the two films. Easter eggs from Aliens, like I said, the weapons, the character archetypes, even the visual callbacks to key scenes, the strong female lead woven into Romulus as well, giving the fans of the original sequel something familiar, while expanding on the universe Cameron helped build. I think it's nice that they tried to go for that. Don't think it was a bad idea. Matter of fact, I think it helped, and it didn't try to rewrite the uh, the dictionary or the Bible of aliens with this one. They kind of just added a couple chapters, and I think that's important because I see a lot of these new movies, like especially Borderlands, especially with established franchises where they'll try to rewrite the Bible on it instead of just adding a couple of chapters. So just keep that in mind. Some of you producers out there and directors who are getting this stuff going, make sure you remember that. In Alien Romulus, the atmospheric processor, which is a key element from Aliens, is actually in the trailer. And if you notice that when they're walking on, it's called Jackson Star, is the name of the mining colony. So they're basically on a mining colony, and Jackson Star is the name of the mining colony. And if you take a look at the trailer, you can actually see the atmospheric processor is there. It's a key element from Aliens movie, and it's revisited as a crucial plot device also because the space station actually has a atmospheric processor as well, and it's immediately when they get into the station they're going to have to be able to use it. And Andy, the android, he actually has the mother code where he can actually access these devices on and the doors and get access to the station. So remember that. So this basically reflects the high stakes industrial horror that was introduced by Cameron. Andy, the android, a new character, kind of mirrors Ripley's iconic resilience, even borrowing lines from the original Aliens, which I told you earlier. There are a couple of lines that was completely borrowed, which creates a direct connection to her legacy. The contrast between like Wayland Yutani's synthetic androids and Andy's characters also explored, hinting at a deeper theme of corporate control and artificial intelligence that were both central to both Alien and Aliens. Um, Definitely, for sure. With saying that, I would like to say that I remember Prometheus. I did kind of like Prometheus as well. Could have done more with it, but I think it was a pretty decent movie in the series. Um, Covenant, a little bit, not so much. In Alien Romulus, Andy serves as that bridge between Ripley and the new protagonist, Rain. The plot centers around Andy's complex relationship with Rain, who is thrust into the desperate struggle for survival aboard this abandoned space station. Um, Andy was a mining droid, one of the first mining droids that Wayland Yutani put into service. Um, Rain's father finds the droid. He dies and puts him in charge of Rain until she can get off planet, which was a good deal. She's basically like her big brother. Andy, designed as one of the first mining droids that Wayland created specifically for the task of toiling in the mines, even in the future, the brother android always gets the worst job. We'll come back to that later. Andy's journey slightly echoes Ripley's fierce determination and uses knowledge from his mission update with data on the xenomorphs. The tension between Andy and Rain is heightened by their differing views on trust and survival. There's a scene as well where he basically, to his credit, brother Andy sees he's kind of like the androids in Wayland. They say that they're there to protect humans, so that by action or by inaction cannot allow harm to come to human. So that does not mean he won't let you die, because it just means that if there's a particular situation where he might have to get rid of a one guy to save five guys, then the rule of numbers comes in. That's going to become very important in the series. Andy is definitely using his determination, and he uses his knowledge from his mission update with the data on the xenomorphs. The tension between the two is heightened in that situation. Let's just say this is going to culminate in the scene where he actually saves Rain and her love interest Tyler. The main character, Rain, skilled engineer with a troubled past, lost her dad. In Alien Romulus, Rain's survival depends on her reluctant partnership with Andy. She's trying to get off of Jackson Star. So she goes and she talks to Tyler, and basically she goes over to Wayland. I think she had like 12,000 hours that she had to do. Wayland needs people, so they bumped it up to 24,000 hours, and she's like, "Well, I'll probably never get out of here." So that was her. That was her idea of just we got to get out of here. It was just pushing her to get off of Jackson Star. So the synthetic character, I have a couple of good things and bad to say about the depiction of Andy. First off, I didn't know he was a Wayland droid, but that is ironed out pretty early. However, there is one character that you just wish for to die first for the way he treats Andy. And you can tell that the droids are really, really hated. So there's that. Andy has an operating system problem, which is a big glitch. So his early depiction to me is very lacking. Comes off as a learning disabled droid, which seems like he's obsolete, in my opinion. Andy later is equipped with knowledge of the threat of the xenomorph and displays traits reminiscent of Ripley, such as the resourcefulness and a deep sense of purpose. He also is very, very protective of Rain. Um, Rain, very wary of Andy, recalling the sinister role that Wayland Yutani androids played in previous missions. The tension builds as she has gotten his operating system updated. She starts to notice that he's starting to do different things. And once he gets his new mission from Ash, which makes a return, you'll start to see the tension builds up as that goes on. So she's struggling to trust Andy while facing the horrors above and inside of the decaying space station above Jackson Star. The three characters that stick out in this rendition of the story are Rain, Andy, and the Ash droid. You'll know why soon. I'd like to add that the actor who played the original Ash, Ian Holm, is deceased, although the supporting cast does a great job. I only saw the development of those three as crucial to the ongoing narrative of the story. This dynamic not only pays homage to Ripley's original story arc, but also introduces new themes of trust, autonomy, and the fear of repeating the past mistakes of the past. Andy's knowledge of the atmospheric processor, his ability to be able to get in and out of the doors, is a central piece of technology from Aliens, well, being Wayland and Mother. he has to have that to be able to get inside of the station. So it becomes a pivotal plot point. And with the duo needing to restore and disable it to survive, Rain's journey with Andy as a reluctant ally, it echoes Ripley's battles, but also takes the narrative in new directions, exploring the evolving relationship between humans and AI within the context of survival horror. The current director of Alien Romulus is Fede Alvarez, known for his work in the horror genre. Alvarez brings a fresh yet respectful take on the Alien franchise, incorporating elements from the previous films while adding his own unique vision. His approach to the film honors the tension, horror, and atmospheric dread that define the original movies, all while introducing new characters and plot elements that expands on the franchise universe. Um, I think Fetty did a great job. I think Cameron would be proud of this one. I hear a lot of people having bad reviews on it. I'm going to tell you guys, go and take a look at it yourself. Do not believe all these reviews. If you like Alien, go take a look at it. Okay, just take a look at it for good or for bad, right? All right. All in all, I give it 4 face huggers out of 5. And if you're a fan of the series, give it a watch. Thanks, and make sure to subscribe.
Are you sure you want to do this? There she is. You want to break in and steal highly regulated equipment.
This could be our only ticket out of here.
Should be in and out in 30 minutes.
Welcome to the Romulus Space Station.
This place gives me the creeps.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
Young?
Stop playing around, man. Just get up.
I'm not playing around. There's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in the
I don't know.
water?
There's just something in the fucking water.
Run.
Are you all right?
Tomorrow. I don't know what to do.
Whatever comes, we'll face it together.
Let's go.
Impact event in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.